Hello guys, welcome to the GLS Pxn Racing channel. In today's video we will check out the Pxn Vd10 wheelbase alongside with the Pxn Vd10 R2 sim racing wheel. So without wasting your time, let's go straight to the unboxing. Okay, so the first thing you will see when you open the box is a black foam and a semi-transparent foil to make sure our direct drive wheelbase doesn't get any damage during transport. Apart from instruction, which I will read later, we got a power cable. I believe is the USA type, so I won't need that one cause I'm European. In the next part of the box we have the power cable that I will need, the European one, a set of screws and Allen key to mount your base to your sim rig. And from your perspective, at the top of the box there's a power brick. Now moving on to the base itself. It's surprisingly heavy for its compact size. And right away you can tell it's built really solid and looks like it was made for professional esports players. Moving on to the steering wheel, right at the top of the box again we've got a layer of black foam keeping it safe from any damage. Underneath there's the manual and of course the wheel itself, which actually comes in a protective cover. That's not something you see very often in the sim racing world, so it's definitely a nice touch. When we take the cover off the steering wheel, we can see it's got two rotary encoders, a lot of buttons, and on the back there's a quick release system, which is pretty standard nowadays. And the cool part is, it looks like it's compatible with other brands, so you're not locked into just their ecosystem, which is always a big plus for us. Okay, so as you can see, my wheel is installed to my sim racing rig. I decided to not show this in the video because, as you can see, I have a wooden sim racing rig. It's homemade, so it was a bit tricky to install this wheel. But I don't think you will have any trouble on normal sim racing rigs. Honestly, with this power, because Pxn Vd10 wheelbase has 10 Nm and 12 in peak. I hope this won't destroy my homemade sim racing rig. So guys, please pray for it.
A few moments later.
Moving on to my first impressions. Honestly, this wheel has exceeded my any expectations, because I knew that going from a 5 Nm wheelbase to a 12 Nm one will be a difference, because you know, more than 2x the power, but I didn't expect it will be that huge. For me it was like going from my old Thrustmaster wheel, which you can see there in the back, to my first direct drive wheel. So yeah, pretty huge difference. And as you can see probably in the video, well, it almost ended pretty bad for my sim rig. And after this I had to take a little break because my arms were really sore. Of course, I know this will change over time. I will get used to this power. But yeah, that was pretty crazy. Even if you look at this wheel from this perspective, it looks so tiny, you just wouldn't expect it to be so hard to drive on it. Throughout this week I'll be testing it out, mostly in Runsport. And you might say, why the somebody would even want to play this game? Don't hate me guys, I'm not playing it daily. It's because I'm a driver in Mercedes AMG Virtual Championship, and this championship is obviously on Runsport. So I will need to train very hard to get used to this wheel before the Daytona race. That is next week on Wednesday. It will be tough, but I think I can do it. Of course I will be playing some other games like Le Mans Ultimate, or I'll maybe do some drifts in Assetto Corsa. And I will get back to you with my talks about this wheel next week. So yeah, See you soon.
1 week later.
Hi guys, it's been a full week since I got this steering wheel on my hands. And for you it was only about 5 seconds, but for me it was hours and hours and hours of pure fun. I've been running it with default settings in most of the games, but if you want to get the most out of this wheel, I think you should check out our Instagram account, follow GLS, because we've posted the optimized settings for the most popular sims out there. So don't forget to check this out and test it. See and let us know what you think about it in the comments. Let's start with transport, because I spent most time in this game because of the Mercedes-AMG Motorsport Virtual Championship, and it was great except the shift indicator light didn't work because this game is not officially supported by Pxn, but I think we can forgive Pxn for this. You know, no one's perfect, but the important part is that even though this wheel is not officially supported, the force feedback is just amazing. It gave me such a clear sense of what the car was doing and how to react in different situations, which let me pull off some great overtakes. I even had a race-long battle side by side with Carlos Salazar, and you might know him from Gran Turismo because he was in the GT Academy. Yep, the same GT Academy that was in the Gran Turismo movie. Unfortunately, he overtook me at the finish line and I lost by 0.008 of a second. But yeah, that's sim racing, sometimes you just don't win. But I think if I was on the different wheel, I couldn't even be close to him. So 0.008 of a second, yeah, I'll take that. Next up is Assetto Corsa, and the default settings in this game were okay. I could enjoy the no hezzy or doing laps in Formula 1 cars, but when it comes to drifting in this game, I had to lower the force feedback because 100% was too strong, at least for me, and I recommend you using around 70% of the wheel's power if you want to drift on this wheel. Moving on to the Le Mans Ultimate, one of the most popular games recently. Things weren't as smooth as you might expect in this game. This game has ABS effect in force feedback, which makes the wheel vibrate very aggressively during braking. So with default settings it's not enjoyable, and it was actually the only game I had to switch to settings from our Instagram to enjoy it. It's still not perfect, but maybe LMU devs will add force feedback settings and then the problem will vanish completely. To sum it all up, the Pxn Vd10 wheelbase and the Pxn Vd10 R2 steering wheel are absolutely top tier hardware in most of the sim racing games. And in this price point, I was looking for anything better than it, but I just couldn't find it. So I think there's no other steering wheel that comes close to it. I can honestly recommend it to anyone who wants to be the best in the sim racing world. And if you want the top tier quality gear without spending thousands and thousands of euros, this wheel is for you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, drop a like and leave a comment what do you think about the Vd10 wheelbase and WDS R2 steering wheel. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Peace.